today we are starting with the topic creating and defining the item attributes. So
Okay.
before we start the creating items or maintaining the product data, it is important to understand what item attributes are and why they are essential. So
Mhm.
every product is an organization has an information associated with it. Like if we create a laptop item, we need to store details such as item weight, dimension, manufacturer, warranty period, supplier information, and many other specifications. So Oracle Fusion stores all these information using this item attributes. So what are the item attributes? Item attributes are nothing but it. We can say that it is a characteristics or properties that describe an item. They provide additional information about a product and help different business departments to perform their daily operations efficiently. Without attributes, an item would only have an item number and description, which is not enough for purchasing, inventory, and management, manufacturing, sales, or any kind of reporting.
Okay.
Likewise, we can take an example. Something. Imagine we are creating an item called Dell Latitude and any number with the laptop. Okay. Some of
Mhm.
its attributes could be the color, which should be black, white, or any one. The weight, the exact weight of the product, the processor, the one which we are using in that, RAM, storage, and warranty. So these values are all stored as a item attributes in that. Okay.
Okay.
So what are the types of item attributes? Oracle Fusion mainly this supports mostly three types of item attributes. So first one is operational attribute. Operational attribute is what is? It is nothing but they are predefined seeded attributes provided by the Oracle. These are standard fields available in the application and are commonly used by different Oracle modules. Example include we can say inventory organization, purchasing information, physical dimension, unit of measure, shipping details. So these attributes are available under the specification tab while creating or editing an item. So why they are important? Operational attributes support day-to-day business operations. For example, the purchasing item uses purchasing attributes to buy materials. The inventory item uses the inventory attributes to manage the stocks. The logistics team use shipping attributes for the deliveries. Since these attributes are provided by the Oracle, they are considered standard business fields. And next one is our user defined attributes. So sometimes every organization has unique business requirement that Oracle does not provide by default. So for those situations, Oracle allow us to create user defined attributes. These attributes are created using extensible fields, something we can say EFFS, and organized like attribute groups. For example, suppose a mobile phone manufacturing company wants to store what it stores. It stores the battery technology, the SAR value, the water resistance rating, and the camera sensor type. So these fields may not exist by default. So the administrator create them as user defined attributes. What are the benefits of this one? Supports organization which has a specific requirements can be added without the modifying the Oracle's standard functionality. It is easy to maintain and extend in the future. And our third type is descriptive field flex fields. The third type is
This one,
descriptive
this
flex.
one, one second. This is what is the difference between DFF and this one?
This is descriptive flex speeds.
Oh, this
Uh,
is the descriptive flex field you were saying, huh?
yeah, they are
Okay.
commonly used for the additional information needs to be captured.
Okay. So
Just for creating the
there are,
full
uh, yeah, you have mentioned operational attribute, user-defined attribute, and descriptive flex fields. There are three
yeah.
areas we can save this additional information, sir. Okay, so just to understand what is the difference, but DFF I know in EBS as well and in Fusion as well, but user-defined attribute and operational attribute, can you explain me more?
Yeah. So these DFFs are used when additional information needs to be captured, but creating a full attribute group is unnecessary. For example, something we can say that spatial handling instructions, packaging notes, internal remarks, additional comments. So they allow organizations to capture extra business information without changing the standard application. And you ask for the difference between EFF and DFF. So we can say that EFF are used to create the structured, reusable business attributes and are organized into attribute groups. But where DFFs are mainly used to capture the additional descriptive information in an existing Oracle pages. So this attribute group behavior is we can say that in a single row attribute group, only one record exists for an item. Something example we can say general information like weight, height, length, width, and anything. So this is the only one value of each field. This is the most common used option. Something uh, and the next one is multiple row attribute group, which is a multiple row attribute groups are allows multiple records for the same item. Something example like suppose a product has multiple certifications, something ISO 900 or ISO 14001 C certified or many more. So instead of creating multiple separate fields, Oracle stores them as the multiple rows under the same attribute group. So another example could be like multiple compatible accessories for a product. Um, let's understand with a business scenario. So imagine you work for a company, something like that, or Samsung, and you are creating a new smartphone. So apart from the standard Oracle field, the business wants to capture the screen refresh rate, water resistance rating, the camera sensor, AI features, battery technology. So they are available by default. So the administrator creates a user-defined attribute group called mobile specification and adds these custom attributes. Now, whenever a new smartphone is created, all these fields automatically appear, ensuring that each and every product is entered consistently. What we understand? So the things we have get to know is item attributes store detailed information about the product. Oracle provides standard operational attributes for a common business process. Organizations can create user-defined attributes using extensible flex fields to meet the custom business requirement. Descriptive flex fields are used to capture the additional descriptive information, and attribute groups can be configured as a single row or multiple row depending on the business needs. So before creating or maintaining any items in Oracle Fusion, we must first understand the item attributes because they define what information the system stores for each product. Properly designed attributes ensure the data inconsistency, improve the reporting, and support the business processes across the inventory, procurement, manufacturing, and sales.
So this
So
the main difference between EBS and Fusion is this is one of the main difference, right? Operational attribute and user defined attributes are not available in EBS. You are saying, or is that correct?
something like that, not exactly we can say. One, let me conclude it. One of the main key difference between this one is you're asking about this EBS and Fusion EIM or what?
Yeah, yeah. Difference between EBS and Fusion when we compare, say DFF, we know it is available in EBS as well as in Fusion, but this operational
Hmm.
attribute and user defined attributes. So operational attributes, do you say that these are the like individual attributes of items, right? We don't create it, but system defined attributes, right? We can select it or we can unselect it, kind of, right? For
Yeah,
example,
we can say that. Hmm.
so for example,
Yes.
the item master, we have one attribute called buy item, or finished good item or something like that. So we can select one of that. This is an operational attribute, right?
Yeah. Yes. The operational attributes are Oracle seeded or something like that. The system defined attributes. So we do not create them by ourselves. Oracle provides these attributes as the part of the standard application.
Okay, okay.
Example includes the
So
inventory, asset value, unit of measure, and these things.
okay, got it, got it. So this is not additional features. These are existing features. Just it is classified into three. You are saying so. Informations on the standard attributes has two things. One is operation attribute and the user defined attributes like min max value. We mentioned it over there. So those are user defined attributes, right?
Yes.
Okay, and
And these,
DFF we create additional informations. Okay, you said something
exactly.
like one attribute with multiple inputs, right? What is that? Can you tell me about that?
Which one?
One field with multiple values. Certification is ICV certificate and expiry date, many informations you told, right? So this can be
Mhm.
captured in one field. What was that?
Uh, it is like mm, something. Um, okay, that one you are asking about this multiple row attribute group.
Yeah,
Acha,
yes.
okay. That allows the store to record the multiple items in the for the same item number. Something like that. It is not a single field with multiple values. Instead, it is a group of fields that can repeat the multiple items. Something, let me take an example. Imagine something like an item has three certifications. um, Something has the certification ISO 900 CE or ICV. So here the attribute contains three attributes, which is certification name, certification number, and expiry date. Because the group is configured as a multiple row, we can add multiple certifications records for the same item number.
Okay. So where do we
So
capture that?
it is something like that, a repeating group of fields that allows multiple records to be stored for the same item.
Okay. This comes under user defined or descriptive?
This comes under user defined only.
User defined. Okay. I need to check the test that during the practical session. Okay.
This one is our defining item attributes step by step. So now that we understand the different type of item attributes, so our next question should be something like that: how do we create them in Oracle Fusion? So we will check the steps as of now for the theory. Later on, when we go on the lab, we will check the same steps on lab with the proper practical. Okay. So these are the something where we can you can see on the screen. Here are the steps in which where we can check the setup. In the setup and maintenance, the particular option is product management offering and manage item. So this is the just a thing of lab which we will do in practicals when we go for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we will move for our next topic, which is creating packs and structures. Hmm. So in many industries, the finished product is made up of different type of smaller items. So Oracle Fusion use the item structures to define these parent-child relationship. So what is an item structure? Item structure is something like that which defines the list of component items and make up the parent item. So you can think something like that, a bill of materials. It tells the Oracle which components are used, how many components are required, and how those components are organized. Example, we can say, imagine we have a manufacturer, we need to manufacture a desktop computer or desktop personal computer. So the parent item in that is desktop computer. And what are the components? The motherboard, processor, RAM, SSD, power supply, cabinet. These are the components. So together, these components from one finished product, these relationship is called the item structure. And where it is created? It is created from the structure tab of an item. When creating a structure, Oracle asks for two important details. The first one is structure name. This is simply the name that is used to identify the structure. Example, standard laptop structure, mobile phone structure, office chair assembly, these things. So a structure name helps to identify different versions of a types of structure. So effectively, it control that determines when the structure is valid. So the most common option is date-based efficiency. Example, something like that. Suppose a product changes from version 1 to version 2 on January 1, 2027. So until 31st December 2026, Oracle used the old structure. And from 1 January 2027 onward, the Oracle automatically uses the new structure. This allows the business to plan product changes without deleting the previous structure. And what is the pack type attribute? This slide also introduced the pack
I
type
have,
attribute.
yeah, I have one query here. See,
Yeah.
we have one structure of item which we have stock for 100 quantity, and next year the model is changed, and the same item code will be used, right? So how does the system maintain it? Like, so if you select the item code is one, but you will have two different items.
Something like that. The item code can remain the same if the business decides to continue using the same item number. So it depends on the business. Okay. However, when the product structure changes, Oracle use FCT dates to determine which structure is valid at that particular time. Let me tell with an example. Huh? Suppose we have an item A100 and today its structure consists of components X, Y and Z. So we manufacture 100 units and those 100 units are already in inventory. So next year the product design changes. We replace the component Z with component W. Instead of creating a new item code, we create a new version of the item structure with a future effective date. For example, something like that 1 January 2027. And the existing stock of 100 units was produced using the old structure. So any new unit manufactured after 1st January 2027 that will use the new structure. So Oracle keeps both the structures in the system and automatically selects the correct one based on the FSCT the dates which we enter.
Okay, got it.
Hmm. And if you ask like will the stock become different? So the inventory quantity remains the same. We still have 100 units in stock. What changes is the product structure used for future manufacturing. So the existing stock was built using the old structure while the new production follows the new structure. And Oracle distinguishes them through the effective dates of the structure, not by changing the inventory or inventory quantity. Hmm.
Okay,
And
got it.
if the design change is major and the business wants to track it as a completely different project, then in that case they may create a new item number instead of reusing the existing one. This depends on the company's product management policy. So we were on the pack type attribute, and something pack type attribute is nothing but it defines how an item is packed within the hierarchy. Something Oracle commonly provides these three type of pack type attributes. The one is base unit, and the next one is case, and the third one is pallet. And what is base unit? This is the smallest unit that can be sold or stored. Example, something like that: one bottle of water, one mobile phone, one laptop. Next one is case. A case contains multiple base units. Something like that: one case equal to 220 bottles or 200 bottles, or one case equal to 10 mobile phones, one case equal to 5 laptops, something like that. And next one is the pallet. A pallet contains multiple cases. Example, one pallet contains 10 cases, each case equal to 20 bottles. So one pallet equal to 200 bottles. It's something like that. So Oracle understands this hierarchy and manages the inventory accordingly. So let's take the example of the pack hierarchy. Let's take a simple business example. Suppose a company sells bottled water. So what is the base unit? Base unit is one bottle, case is 24 bottles, and pallet is 40 cases. So this hierarchy becomes from pallet to case and from case to bottle. This is exactly what Oracle represents using the item structure. And next one is our life cycle validation. Another
One
important
second.
concept of this one. Yeah.
For this, for this unit, base unit, we can see it is an each, and cases is a packet of 24, and pallet,
Hmm.
pallet could
Pallet
be.
is pack of cases, something like that, 40 pallet.
Okay, so 40 into 12 into 40 into 12, 12
Into one.
into one. Okay.
The page.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So next
So
one is
this
our
pallet, the pallet functionality was not there in EBS.
the pallet functionality was not in the ABS. It is newly introduced here.
Okay.
So next one is our life cycle validation. What is that? Life cycle validation. It is something like that. Every item has a life cycle status, something like that. The design, prototype, production, and obsolete. So Oracle checks whether the parent item and its component items are incompatible life cycle phases or not. Suppose the parent item is in production, but one of its components is obsolete. So Oracle may prevent its structure from being used because an obsolete component should not be the part of a product currently being manufactured. So this validation helps to maintain the accurate product data and avoid the production issues. Something like that, take with a proper business scenario. Something, imagine a beverage company. The company manufactures a soft drink. Hello.
Yeah, yeah,
Is it fine now?
yeah. It's okay.
Okay. So when the warehouse receives one pallet, Oracle automatically knows how many cases and how many bottles it contains. So these improves the inventory tracking, shipping, and warehouse operations. So this is the what and this is the use of pack type attribute, something like that. So what we understand, an item structure defines the relationship between a parent item and the components, and it is similar to a bill of materials, and every structure has a structure name and an effectivity control. The pack type defines the packaging level, such as each case, pallet, and what is the base unit. And Oracle validates the lifecycle compatibility between the parent item and its components. Item structures help organizations manage manufacturing, packaging, inventory, and logistics efficiently. So this is what where and the pack type attribute is mostly useful. So our next topic is managing the items with catalogs. Until now, we have learned how to create items, define attributes, and build the item structure. Now, let we will go for the Oracle organize the one which Oracle organization thousands of or even millions of items efficiently, and this is done using the catalogs and categories only. So let's go for the catalog. So what is a catalog? A catalog is a logical collection of categories that is used to organize and classify the items. Something like that. Think of a catalog like a folder that groups similar type of products together. Something like that. Imagine you visit an online shopping website like Amazon. You first see the categories such as electronics, furniture, clothing, home appliances, and these are similar to catalog in orders. So inside the electronics catalog, we may have something maybe laptop, mobile phone, tablets, printers, etc. So the purpose of a catalog is to make the product easy to organize, search, and report on. And the next one is category. And what is the category? A category is nothing but a subdivision within a catalog. It represents a more specific classification of the items. Something like that. Example, catalog is electronics, and the categories is laptop, monitor, keyboard, mouse, and anything. Now, suppose we have an item, something like that, Dell Latitude 7450, and this item belongs to the laptops category. And another item is with a laptop of HP Lite maybe display monitor, which belongs to the monitor category. So the catalog is the parent one and the category is the child one. They separate and make the items in more organization way. Something like that. And next one is our catalog content, or some which is one of the most configuration which we use like a catalog content. It determines where the item can be assigned. There are two options: leaf level only, which is something like that items can only be assigned to the lowest level category. Example, electronics may have computers, laptops, and you cannot assign the item directly to the electronics or computers. And next one is our any level, in which items can be assigned to any level in the hierarchy. For example, electronics, computer, and laptops. So depending on the business requirement, Oracle allows the assignment at any of these levels. And next one is our default category, which is Oracle also allow us to define a default category, something
Yeah,
like
hi.
that. This
This
yeah.
catalog content, can you explain more? Because I understood catalog category, and after that, catalog content with the example which you provided, electronics, and then next comes the laptop. And the catalog content falls under which? Can you give me an example of it?
Something like that. Let's suppose the catalog content defines the rule for where the items can be assigned within a category hierarchy. In simple words, we can say that it tells the Oracle where an item can be assigned only to the lowest level category or to any category in the hierarchy. Let's take an example. Something like that. If the electronics is catalog and the category is computers, inside the computers, there are two categories, something like that, laptops and desktops. And the next category is mobile phone, which is separate from computer. So we can say something like that, the laptops and desktops are the subcategory. And suppose we have an item Dell Latitude, which we have defined before. So we have a laptop of Dell Latitude 7450. So let's suppose scenario one should be something like that, catalog content equal to leaf level only. If the catalog is configured as leaf level only, Oracle allows the assignment only to the the lowest category. So it didn't go for the electronics, it didn't go for computers, it go for the laptops, because the last category was laptop. Something like that. Inside the electronics, there is a category computers, and inside the computer, there is a category laptops. So this item which is Dell laptop can be only assigned to the laptops because of its leaf category. And let's take the scenario 2 where we can use this any level. And if the catalog is configured as any level, Oracle allows the assignment at any level. So the same item can be assigned to either electronics, either computers, or either laptops, because it falls for all three of these items. So
So
Oracle will accept
for
all these because of the
what
rule
I
any level.
what I understood is an item which can be categorized under mobile or a category of uh, electronics item.
Hmm.
Sorry. Uh, okay. So if you are saying leaf level means it will be available only under one category. If it is in
Yeah.
multiple, if it need to be assigned to multiple, then
Hmm.
it should be marked as what is that? Any hierarchy.
Similarly, suppose um, let's take something like that. If it is a mobile phone, it go for the exactly what it is. Something like a person. Okay, let's take a real scenario. Something like a man is there or a boy is there. Okay, so it falls in the category of human being. So suppose a human being is there. Inside the human being, there is a category male and female. Inside the male, the boy is placed there. Okay, so if we go for the leaf level, it is go for the exactly what the boy is. Something like that. The boy name is Satyam. So it go for the particular what is Satyam. Satyam is a boy. It didn't go for the human being. It didn't go for the male. It go for the exactly what it is. Highly subdivision of that. Hmm.
Okay, got
The
got
highly
it.
category, the highly close category of that. But
Okay.
when it comes for any level, it can be put inside the human being, it can be put inside the male, it can be put inside the boy or what boy. It is something like that. And default category is nothing but the particular default category which we assign, that depends on us. Yeah, okay. So what is the default category? So if required, it configured the automatic classification. Whenever a new laptop or whenever a new laptop item is created, Oracle automatically assigns it to the laptop category, and this reduces the manual effort. Something like that. Imagine a retail company selling thousands of products. So without catalogs, every product would appear in one long list, making it difficult to search or generate the reports. Instead, they can organize the product something like that in electronics, laptops, mobile phones, tablets, and in furniture, chairs, tables, and cabinets. So now if the sales manager wants a report showing only the laptop sales, the Oracle can easily retrieve all the items from the laptop category. This is why these
Okay.
catalogs are so important. Yeah. And what is the key takeaways from our this slide is, a catalog is a collection of related categories. A category classifies the individual item within a catalog, and a categories can be organized into a hierarchy. The catalog content controls where the item can be assigned. A default category enables the automatic item classification, and catalog improves item organization, searching, reporting, and business processes. Okay, so what is the difference between a catalog and category? So it is too similar, something like that. A catalog is a collection of categories that used to organize the products, whereas a category is a specific classification within that the catalog is, in which the which item are need to be assigned. Something like that. Imagine a company has 5,000 products, or take a big number, something like that, 50,000 products, and the business asks us to change the warranty period from 12 months to 24 months for all the laptop items. So can we open this 50,000 items one by one and update them? It is not possible because it is too much time taking and it is not the proper way. So this is where the item mass update comes into the picture. And what is this item mass update? Item mass update is something a feature of the Oracle Fusion that allows us to update the multiple items simultaneously instead of editing each of them individually. This saves our time, manual effort, and human errors. And why do we need this mass update? Suppose the business wants to change the warranty from 12 months to 24 months, update the country of origin for 5,000 items, assigning a new category to 2,000 products, changing a supplier for the multiple items. So in this case, we need this. So we can't do this in manually. So we need the mass update here. So what we can update from here? Oracle allows us to update many types of information, including item attributes, something like that, warranty, color, weight, brand, anything. The categories, something like that, old category, basic laptops, new category, business laptops, something like that. The item associations, supplier assignment, cross reference, and related items. ADF desktop integration, which is the most important concept. And what is that? It also known as ADF-DI, and it stands for Application Development Framework Desktop Integration. It is an Oracle add-in for the Microsoft Excel. It creates a direct connection between Excel and Oracle Fusion. And think of something like that, the smart spreadsheet that communicates directly with the Oracle. And how does it work? Instead of editing the data on Oracle screen, Oracle downloads the selected items into an Excel spreadsheet. We can update the values in Excel. We can click on the upload and Oracle validates the data and changes are saved into the Fusion.
Once again,
So
here edit in spreadsheet and ADFD both are Excel based, right?
yeah, both are the Excel based.
Okay, spreadsheet. What is the difference here? Why it is called ADFDA and that why that is called as spreadsheet? What is the difference actually?
Something like that. Edit in the spreadsheet is we can say a feature or menu option in the Oracle Fusion, whereas the ADF, that is the desktop integration, is the technology that makes the spreadsheet work. It is something like that. For example, think of a Microsoft Word in which we can click on print and the printer actually prints the document. Here, editing in spreadsheet, this the button and the menu where we click, and ADFI is the Oracle Excel add-in technology that opens the spreadsheet and connects it to the Oracle Fusion.
Okay. So for any mass update, we need to have both these optional functions, Excel and ADFDA, both.
Yeah, we have both of them, and it is much easy for us to edit in the spreadsheet.
So we edit in the spreadsheet, convert to ADFDA file, and upload.
Yeah, it will. We have the upload button in the Excel. We just click on that, and it will automatically save into the Fusion. So I think we have understood how we can edit. We can just download the selected item into a Excel spreadsheet. We can click on we can directly update the values in Excel and click on upload. It will automatically save the data into the Fusion. So here I have also mentioned the steps there, the mass update in the steps, in which we can do it by we this will also we can check in the lab. So next one is our file based data import, and what is that? Something like that. This ADFDI works well for the normal business updates.
Next slide or the same slide? Okay.
File based data import. The next one, the next para one.
Okay. Second block. Okay. Yes, because
So
it is very small for me here to see because the presentation's layout itself is taking 50% of the space of my laptop.
Okay. So what you can do now? You can click here. Take this. Go here and click on the three dots, and there is an option. I think you can check. You can remove the assets, something like that. You can change the layout from there. So why do we use FBDI? Something like that. ADFDI works well for the normal business update, but suppose we want to upload more than 5 lakh items or million of item records. So Excel is no longer practical in that situation. In those situations, Oracle recommends FBDI. And what is this? This is file-based data import. Instead of Excel, Oracle provides the predefined Excel templates. You can fill the template, generate a zip file, upload it to the Oracle, and run the import process. It is designed for the very large volume of data. So you can maybe wonder what are the difference between this ADFDI and FBDI. It is something like that. For this ADFDI, it is something Excel add-in. It is used for daily business updates. It directly connect to the Oracle Fusion, and it is best for the hundreds or a few thousands of records. But when it comes to the term of FBDI, it is something like that the file import method, which is used for the large scale data loading and uploads data through the import jobs, and best for the thousands or millions of the records.
Okay.
Something like that. Let's take a real business scenario example. Something, imagine a laptop manufacturing company. The business announces from next month all the laptop warranties will be changed from 12 months to 24 months, and there are 10,000 laptop items. So instead of updating each them manually, the product administrator opens edit in a spreadsheet, updates the warranty column in Excel, clicks upload, and Oracle validates the data, and within minutes all the 10,000 items are uploaded. It is something like that. But for what if the data is more than 1 lakh or 2 lakh? In that case, they can use this FBDI, and from there they can import the data by changing them, and the import is also done by the jobs.
Okay, this can be used for uploading as well as creation, updating, and deleting, right?
Yeah.
So all the three can be done using the ADFDI and FBDI, right?
But for this FDDI, it is something like that. It can handle the large data, but the same in ADFDI, it is not possible for 2,000, 20,000 or 30,000, because it will get loads on the spreadsheet and it becomes hangs for the that much of data. So in
Oh,
that case, we use this FBDI.
okay.
Yeah. So um, let's take for our keywords from this slide. And what we understand that mass update is used to update many items at once, and this ADFDI provides an Excel based interface connected to the Oracle Fusion, and the row status confirms whether the each update was successful or failed, and FBDI is recommended for very large data loads. And this mass update that reduces the manual effort and saves the time and minimize the errors. So we can keep for today till this one, this item mass update. Later on, we can explore some more topics.